Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn algebra. Today is our lesson number 135, day number 135. We are in the process of solving word problems from day number 101 to 200. Today is our 35th day of doing a word problem. Here's the problem for today. It is already on the blackboard. I'm going to read it to you. It says Sam can read P pages. P, of course, is some number that we do not know. This is algebra. This is not arithmetic. He can read, or she can read, whatever. She can read P pages in M minutes. M for minutes, M for the minutes, M for minutes, and P for pages. It's always a good idea to use variables that make sense. Don't put down X and Y all over the places. People have this nasty habit of putting X and Y for everything. I like to use the variable that makes it easy for me to remember what it stands for, what does it represent. Well, P represents pages. What does M represent? M represents minutes. If I use X pages and Y minutes, then I have to go around remembering that X was the pages and the Y was the minutes. Or was it the hours, or was it the seconds? Well, it's M, so it must be minutes. So Sam can read P pages in M minutes. The question simply is, how many hours will it take her to read a book containing 100 pages? A book that has 100 pages. This person wants to read that book, and we know their speed of reading. They read P pages, P number of pages in M number of minutes. What I want you to do now is pause the video at this point, solve it yourself, and then compare your work against the work that we're about to do together. Okay? So here we go. P pages in M minutes. That implies if the person can read 10 pages in 3 minutes, then one page must take a tenth of the amount of time. If the person can read 2 pages, let's see, if I told you that I can read 2 pages in 5 minutes, then one page must take me half the amount of time. If I tell you, for example, if you're told, for example, that a person can read 15 pages in 3 minutes, then one page must take 3/15 the amount of time, and so forth. If you're told, for example, that I can read 3 pages in 15 minutes, well, if it takes me 15 minutes to read 3 pages, one page must take me 5 minutes. Where does the 5 come from? The third of one page must take the third of the amount of time. Third of 15 is 5, so forth. So one page will take one page in M over 5 minutes. And don't worry about the fact that this says 1 pages with the detour here. It doesn't matter. No big deal. Okay. No need to be so pedantic. Let's see. Oh, I don't have my list of the words with me. We'll talk about the word pedantic in the next video. There are vocabulary videos that I have put together on the YouTube, and I think I covered the word pedantic on those vocabulary video. I will tell you in the next video which day it was. So, 1 page in M over P minutes. Question, but we do not want to read 1 page. We want to read 100 pages. So 100 pages. That implies that 100 pages should take 100 times the amount. 100 times this amount minutes. We are still not done. With the work. we're still not done with the work. We have found the amount of time it takes to read 100 pages. It takes this many minutes. It takes this many minutes to read 100 pages. It takes this many minutes. But the question says, how many hours will it take? This is not good enough. We need to convert these minutes into hours. So how do you convert a given number of minutes into hours? If you have to convert 30 minutes, if we have 30 minutes, how do we convert it into hour? By dividing by 60. 30 minutes is half an hour. If we have 120 minutes, we divide by 60 to get 2 hours, and so forth. So we need to divide this amount by 60. Let's do it together. Take the same amount and divide by 60. So it becomes m over p times 100, which is what we have so far, over 60 hours, not minutes. So now it is in hours. The only thing is, we cannot leave it the way it is. We need to simplify this expression. The answer has to be always expressed in the simplest possible way, simplest possible form. So 100 divided by 60, this 0 drops out. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So it's m times 5 over p times 3, which is to be written as 5m over 3p. So had it been a real exam, a multiple choice exam, either SAT or GRE or GMAT, and if something like this appeared, if this question appeared in the exam, the answer, one of the answer choices would be this: 5m over 3p hours. So this is how many hours. The question itself says how many hours does it take. So then they don't have to repeat the units. This is the answer: 5m over 3p. 5m over 3p what? 5m over 3p hours, because that's what you're looking for. That's it, we are done as far as the problem is concerned. What I want to do right now, what we should do right now, is to make sure that we have in fact the right answer, and not just an any old answer. We want to make sure that we do not make some mistake here. How do we verify that? How do we confirm that we have in fact the right answer? By plugging in numbers for the variable in the original problem and converting this problem from an algebraic problem to an arithmetic problem, and see if this answer gives us the right answer. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So in other words, by plugging in numbers, what we're asking ourselves is, how many pages, how fast do you want her to read? Let's pretend that she reads 10 pages in 3 minutes. You must always plug in numbers in such a way that makes the calculation very simple. That's the whole point. We want to solve this problem, we want to convert this problem into a very simple arithmetic problem. So simple, in fact, that we can do it in our head, so that we know what the answer should be. And then we ask ourselves, does this thing give us the same answer? 10 pages in 3 minutes, she wants to read 100 pages. She wants to read 100 pages. This is only 10 pages. So if you want to read, so if we plug in 10 for P for 10 and 3 for M, now the question reads, now the question reads, Sam can read 10 pages in 3 minutes. How long will it take to read 100 pages? But 10 times the amount, obviously. And then we'll worry about converting this into hour in a second. So 10 pages, I'm going to do the work here. 10 pages in 3 minutes. That implies that pages in 3 minutes. That implies that if you want to read 10 times the number of pages, 100 pages, should take 10 times the amount of time, that's all. If 10 pages are in 3 minutes, then 100 pages, which is 10 times the number of pages, should take 10 times the amount of time. So instead of 3 minutes, it will take 30 minutes. 30 minutes is half an hour. Since the question is asking how many hours, it's half an hour. This thing better give us half an hour when we replace in this expression. That's what we learned in the first 20 days of the course, how to evaluate algebraic expression. This is algebraic expression. We're going to replace m by 3 and p by 10 and see if it gives us half an hour, 30 minutes. 100 pages should take 30 minutes, which is half an hour. This thing better give us half an hour. Let's see. Let's do it here. 5 times m, which is 3, over 3 times p, which is 10. Watch what happens. This 3 cancels out with that 3, and 5 divided by 10 is half. Voila. Half, which is exactly what we found here, 30 minutes, which is half an hour. It does give us the same answer. It takes half an hour to read 100 pages, which is what this expression gives us. It is the right expression. That's all. That's all I have for today. I will see you tomorrow on day number 136, where we'll talk about travel in a rocket. We're gonna take a journey in a rocket. So I'll see you tomorrow on day number 136. Okay? Bye until then.